This is fascinating. A new study reveals our true feelings when it comes to people we perceive as being better than ourselves. It's commonly referred to as
Schadenfreude, the feeling of enjoyment that comes from seeing or hearing about the misfortunes of others, especially those who have a perceived higher social status. Dr. Parthenandy's here right now. Okay, explain what this Schadenfreude is.
I think one of my sons, I think suffers from this, sometimes, and the other one, so basically it's just jealousy. So it's, what happens in its simplest form is jealousy. They said in China this was people who claimed to have to be sympathetic with somebody who's of higher status and they had pain. They said, I sympathize with them. When they did a brain scan, the areas in their brain that's supposed to show or light up didn't light up. So they said, wait a minute, I think we're just saying that, we may not mean it. So it's an interesting study.
Does this mean we're maybe a little more competitive than we'd like to think we are? Maybe?
I think we all know that human beings are competitive. And I think what happens is that instead of saying it's a negative thing, it's actually a positive thing. I think it's kept us alive and competitive for a long time. I think at the end of the day, we all know we're competitive. But this is something that proves it objectively.
Is it also maybe a survival technique? We've got a darker side that we're protecting ourselves from.
I wouldn't say darker side. What I would say is, before we wanted to, eat lunch and not be lunch, right? And so that whole idea is if you're competitive, you sustain that. So I think it's a good thing, and we can override that as human beings, that competitive nature.
All right, let's talk about champagne now. Drinking 3 glasses of champagne.
Steve's been waiting for this the entire time, as is Joy.
We're learning that it can help prevent the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's, right? That's according to a new study. What's going on here?
I think in a compound in Pinot Noir, there's something in there, in rats at least, that show that it can prevent or decrease Alzheimer's. Different from red wine, because the compounds in red wine are also some of those are present in champagne.
Okay, and again, I'm sure moderation's the key on this.
Well, except for you, Steve.
Well, except for me.
There you go. Coming up at 5 o'clock real quick?
Yeah, we have the FDA chief who said that, that medical marijuana is a joke. What do you think about this? And I'll give you my 2 cents.
We look forward to it. Dr. Nandy, thank you.